Would you like to be able to create a dynamic chart like this using checkboxes in Excel? If that is a yes, then come along with me. Let's do this together. Let us see one of the ways we can deploy a checkbox in Excel. We're going to use this simple sales data to demonstrate one of the ways you can actually use the checkbox to create a chart, a dynamic chart. To do that, I will simply duplicate this sales data, like create a mirror copy, kind of. So I'm going to be deploying some formulas, to be able to make it a dynamic table. So first thing I'm going to do is to bring the years. But what I want to use actually in this sales data is I want to depict a pictorial information of sales, profit, and number of customers. So I'll bring in the year. Then the next thing I'm going to do, just above the year, let me just impute checkbox, just like a label for what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to insert the checkbox just up on top of this particular point where I have it. Then to do that, I'll go to developer tab and then come to insert. For those that do not have developer tab on your Excel sheet, your work area, what you need to simply do is to go to file, then you come to options. So under option, go to customize ribbon. So from here, you will see developer. You already have mine, so that's why you're seeing developer here. But ideally, if you don't have it on your own worksheet area, the developer tab will be here. So when you click on it, for instance, like this, you can see this comes up. Just click on add and automatically it will be added. But I already have mine, so I don't need to add. So I can close this. So back to what we were doing. So just up here, you go to developer tab and then go to insert. Click on it. You see this is a checkbox here. Click on it, then you come here and just tap like that. It creates the checkbox automatically. Then you can adjust it. So let's adjust it to fit into this box. And then we can label it. Let's call it sales. All right. Then also there's another thing we need to do. We need to format it. We need to link it to a cell. So you come here, click on it, and link it to the cell just in front of checkbox. Because that cell is going to represent sales. So I'll click on it and just click OK. We're still going to insert other checkbox for profit and for number of customer. So I can just fast track that. Now we are done with creating our checkboxes and linking it to the relevant cells. We will now deploy a simple if formula, equal if. So if what is here in K14, if it is true, but there's something we need to do because we're going to use this formula across the row. So we want the row to remain constant while the column can change, right? The row should remain constant. So we're going to introduce $sign in front of 14. That's in front of the row number. So we're going to introduce a $sign. So we have this. So if K14 is equal to true, if what is there is true, what we want it to return is to return whatever is in D3, right? And if not, I can put 0, but let me just write not applicable. I want it to return not applicable. So, and that's it. There you can see it's giving us this value. So I can actually do a simple format. Let me just format the cell and use the brush to just brush up on it. And then we can also copy the formula down, and you can see it has mirrored what we have there. I can remove bold and then remove the color, no fill, and then we have this. So we can see, so we have mirrored our original data set. Now we can create a table. A chart rather. I'm going to create a chart with this information. So we can just copy all and go to insert. Let's click on all charts, then let's use combo. So under the combo, I want the profit. So instead of cluster, I want it to be on each other, stacked. So we're going to click on stack and then let's click OK. And then we have our chart. Then we can do some minor little formatting here and there. Let's do the adjustment first. Let's adjust this just to fit into. Okay, so we can do some simple formatting here and there. So the line, I want to actually give it a solid, and I want to change it to this color. And I also want the line, instead of a straight line, I want it to be a dotted line. I can come here and do that. Also, I want it to be smoothing, so that it's going to be, the curve will be a little bit beautiful. And what else do I want to do? Okay, I want to see this bar. I want to actually reduce the gap weight too much so that it can look more presentable. So that's about it. And then you can decide to do other things you want to do. You can actually remove the grid line, remove the chart title if you want, and all of that. And then we have this. So this is one of the ways in which you can actually use checkbox a little bit more beautiful by removing the grid line, and maybe changing some coloring and here and there. So you can actually beautify it the way you want it. So the bottom line is, this is one of the ways in which you can deploy a checkbox. And when I click on remove sales, you can see it removes the information on sales. I click this, it removes the information on profits and leaves only the customer. If I remove all, the chart is blank, and I can decide to say I want to see only the sales information. I want to see only the profits, or sales and profits. So you can actually, it makes it a dynamic chart. That's one of the ways to use checkboxes. Thank you. Follow me for more tips and tricks.